Welcome to Oxford News This Week. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles. Oxford Village loses 911 services to Oakland County, and 2 vandals are caught by police.
Stay tuned. Learn more about these stories and others. The Oxford News begins right now. Village Council members voted 3-2 to outsource Village 911 dispatch services to Oakland County, saving the village over $200,000 per year. Maureen Helmuth, who voted no on the motion, suggested Council wait until receiving further proposals.
I did think we were getting additional proposals from other communities.
I'll just wait for some direction.
And I don't know why we wouldn't get those proposals before making a final decision, since we have plenty of time.
Councilman Eric Dolan, who made the motion, responded that he favors contracting with the county and not waiting further.
My response to that is this dispatch topic has been considered on and off periodically with the village for upwards of 10 years, seriously for 4 years. It is my belief that there has been nothing but an ample opportunity for the organization to seek different options, and now only in the 11th hour, when this decision is about to be made, has that effort become serious. My perception is that there will be no legitimate progress. I am also concerned about any other municipalities' expenses being brought down to the village itself. We have a situation in which there is no financial upside to retaining our service. It only can be potentially a detriment financially. The intangibles not withholding. There is no possibility of that situation changing. I move forward with my motion.
Councilman Kennis suggested waiting was merely putting off the inevitable.
And we have done nothing but thorough research on everything about Oakland County's dispatch. We have done due diligence. To bring anybody else up to the table now to save a couple of dollars is another delay action to just postpone the inevitable. What if we got a quotation for somebody for $2,000? Now we start the process all over.
Dolan and Helmuth were in disagreement over the issue.
This has been something that should have been taken seriously 4 years ago, and people chose to put it off, not take it seriously, and not research the issue.
That is not true. Just because you were not sitting on this council, do not say we did not research it. Do not say we didn't do our due diligence. We did, and we made the decision, and we went with our own dispatch. I would like to see proposals from other communities.
I move forward with my motion.
Council President Sue Basardit said the decision was difficult, but she voted with her head and not with her heart.
I want everybody to know that this was not an easy decision on my part. I sought counsel from a lot of individuals, and while I would have liked to have made the decision with my heart, I had to make it with my head. To say that I'm happy about this decision, I'm not. But again, I had to make it with my head. I had to think financially, what is the best thing for this village.
As for the 911 village operators facing job loss, Oakland County Sheriff Mike McCabe made it clear that those who qualify would be given an opportunity to work full-time at the Oakland County 911 Dispatch Center.
2 brothers, ages 18 and 21, from Addison Township were arrested for multiple vandalism and destruction of private and public property in the Oxford area. Damages include spray painting homes, doors, windows, and siding, and heavy-duty construction equipment. Other homes and condos were defaced, statues smashed, cars broken into, jewelry and cash stolen, and mailboxes and signs were painted with profanity. The 2 were caught when their car slammed into a parked car on Bellwood Court at about 2 in the morning. Officers discovered multiple spray paint cans along with stolen items in their car. Multiple charges are pending.
6 local businesses have pooled their financial resources to make a $5,000 donation to the Oxford Village Police Department to better secure the village. The money is intended to purchase body cams for village officers and was presented to Chief Niemanowski. The lightweight cameras are smaller than a business card and are capable of recording up to 36 hours of video and audio. Given the growing number of police force issues nationally, Niemanowski felt that this purchase was necessary for the village force. Vaughn Custom Sports, Stanichi Design and Manufacturing, TKMS Trucking, Dry Coolers, Acorn Stamping, and Cam Logic donated the funds. Village traffic controls are the next priority to the chief, who has his eye on a radar speed display sign which would go to slow motorists.
Great news for Oxford Village residents who are behind on their water bills. By a 5-0 vote, Council is making it possible for residents in the rears to participate in the Community ACTIOB Alliance Residential Water Assistance Program, otherwise known as RAP. The program is funded by the Great Lakes Water Authority and is designed to be used on eligible low-income residents. Village Clerk Susan Nasser brought the information to the council because she knew of some residents who are struggling to pay their water bills. RAP will pay up to $700 towards past 2 bills. However, participants are obligated to keep up with their current bill. For more information on how you may qualify, call 313-386-9727.
Throughout the summer, from 7 to 9 p.m., various musicians and vocal talent strut their stuff at the Centennial Park's gazebo. Bring lawn chairs, blankets, and snacks, kick back, and enjoy some of the old-time conversation with your neighbors. Just check out this little one enjoying the music. Regardless if you dance to the music or sing and hum along with the music, you are guaranteed a great time. Everyone in Oxford knows summer isn't really here until the concerts are back. Oh, by the way, if you have hidden musical talent, Open Music Mic is from 6 to 7 p.m. Remember, that's every Thursday at Oxford Centennial Park, downtown. Don't miss it.
Last week, Oxford experienced 2 power outages, and a DTE spokesperson said the equipment failure at the Oxford downtown substation was at fault for the first power loss. That failure caused several traffic lights to shut down. The second failure was a critter accident. A couple of squirrels chewed through a high-voltage power line. Power was out throughout the Oxford area for about 3 hours before it was restored.
Another business was recently added to the Legacy Center at 925 Lapeer Road in Oxford. The attraction is a 30,000 square foot indoor trampoline park. The new Urban Air Trampoline Park features dodgeball courts, soft play areas, a special trampoline zone for kids 7 and under, and many other fun activities for both adults and children. Since local business developer Christian Mills purchased the building and began a complete concept makeover, Urban Air has become another of the many businesses at the Legacy Center focusing on family entertainment, fitness, and health. Great concept.
I got to see them open up on Saturday, that Urban Air, and that was really fun. Russell and I went out and shot it, and then Dan. So more to that, for that to come on OCTV. That was really fun. But that's Oxford News this week. If you want to learn more about these stories and others, stop by your local store and pick up a copy of the Oxford Leader newspaper, or better yet, just catch us right here at Charter Channel 191 and AT&T Channel 99.
Coming up on OCTV, Oxford Sports with Jamie Hughes, and also catch Oxford School News with John Ochins. And don't miss Auto Talk and Science in the News with Dave Kenny.
I'm Terry Stiles, and this is Oxford News This Week, where we bring your news closer to home.
And I'm Elgin Nichols. Remember, always be kind to your friends and neighbors, and thanks for watching.
Hey Leonard, you're watching OCTV. Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from the publication New Scientist. In our first story, parakeets are grammar nitpickers too. Just like us, these parrots use grammatical structure of unfamiliar phrases to work out what they mean. There is evidence that some birds pay attention to the order of sounds in a song, but this grammatical behavior has not been well studied. Michelle Spearings and Carlton Kott of Leiden University in the Netherlands made new songs by piecing together 3 different snippets of recorded bird melodies. They played parakeets and zebra finches certain patterns such as AAB or ABA and trained them to peck only when they heard AAB. The researchers then played new combinations to the birds. Because the zebra finches had learned not to peck at ABA, they also did not peck for CCA, apparently focusing on the final position of the A snippet. But the parakeets were different, focusing instead on the structure of the song. They pecked when they heard CCA, recognizing that this is the same pattern as AAB. They followed the structure and were not distracted by the positional changes, says Spearings. Smart birds. And in space, China is launching a rival to the International Space Station, and it wants to share its new toy. The Chinese Manned Space Agency and UN Office of Outer Space Affairs have announced a partnership that will let UN member states conduct experiments on and even send astronauts to the Chinese space station, due to start operating in the 2020s. China is excluded from the ISS because of a U.S. government ban on its participation. It's not clear if the other ISS partners, Russia, Japan, Canada, and member countries of the European Space Agency, will have access to China's station. Later this year, China will launch Space Lab Tiangong 2 to practice the skills needed to build the station. And still in space, Ode a Comet, anyone? Rosetta researchers are to unveil the aroma of 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko as sniffed by the Philae lander. Colin Snodgrass of Open University in Milton Keynes in the UK and colleagues commissioned the Aroma Company to develop a perfume inspired by readings from the Philae showing the presence of hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, and hydrogen cyanide, which smell of rotten eggs, cat urine, and bitter almonds. What a smell. The smell isn't directly derived from these compounds. Some are poisonous, but the scent should reflect the whiff of 67P. If you could smell a comet, this is what you would get, says Snodgrass, who will hand out samples at the Royal Society's summer exhibition in London next month. Wait for that one. But if you're standing there without your spacesuit, you're not going to notice the smell. You're just going to notice the lack of air, she says. Wow. And back on Earth, mice are less likely to have an anaphylactic reaction to peanuts if they eat a high-fiber diet, perhaps because they have more good gut bacteria. Bran lovers rejoice. Fiber-rich diets have been shown to protect against peanut allergy in mice. The same holds true for humans. What we eat could prevent or even reverse allergies in peanuts, if this holds true. Jian Tan of Monash University in Melbourne, Australia, and his colleagues found that mice bred to have this allergy are less likely to experience anaphylactic shock from peanuts if they are given a high-fiber diet. The protective effect may be down to the fact that when gut bacteria break down fiber, short-chain fatty acids are released that bind to immune cells. This could stop them from recognizing peanuts as a foreign object, preventing an allergic reaction. Previous work in mice shows that the high-fiber diets boost populations of gut bacteria that produce these fatty acids from fiber, bolstering the idea. Tan's team bred mice without short-chain fatty acid receptors on their immune cells and found that a high-fiber diet had no protective effect against the peanut allergy. Studies suggest high-fiber intake combats allergies in humans, although evidence is still not definitive, and the research goes on. And in the insect world, metal-marked butterfly caterpillars trade sweet secretions for protection from ants. But once they're adults, they steal food from the ants, giving nothing back. Never trust a butterfly. The metal-marked butterfly of Peru operates with ants as a caterpillar, only to steal their food as an adult. The caterpillar wins over the ants with gifts of sugary secretions, and in return, the ants defend it from predators. But when the caterpillars become butterflies, they turn on their protectors, plundering the ants' carefully tended supply of nectar. Usually, the ants fiercely defend this food source, which comes from the tips of rainforest bamboo shoots, except when metal-marked butterflies are the ones drinking from it. Philip Torres of Rice University in Houston, Texas, thinks the butterflies get away with it because they smell the same as their caterpillar stage. The duped ants get nothing in return. Well, that's it for this edition of Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny. Stay tuned to Oxford Community Television, and we'll be right back after this.
I'm John Ochins, and welcome to the Oxford Wildcats School Update. Now that school's out, let the summer camp begin at the Oxford Early Learning Center. All kinds of activities for different age groups, from photography to yo-yos. Susan Rohr is one of the organizers, and she tells us more.
We have all kinds of things happening every day. There are 2 specials a day. On Mondays, there's photography class and what we call Science Lab. Science Lab is anything we could put together to make fun and messy. In photography, they learn how to use cameras, use rules about taking good pictures. Tuesdays, there is alternative games, which is like the 3-legged race, Amazing Race, the egg launch, things like that. Also on Tuesdays, they have a scrapbooking class. So the pictures they took on Monday, they will incorporate into a scrapbook, and at the end of the summer have a whole scrapbook of what they did this summer.
How long does this go on for?
August 26th is our last day of camp.
So it goes really throughout almost the whole summer then, doesn't it?
Right.
And
Yep.
what age group does this cover?
We have infants through 6th graders.
Field trips are part of this too. Around here?
Every Thursday we have a field trip. Some are in-house field trips, some we go away. We have the yo-yo guy coming this Thursday, which is science, even though the kids don't really see it as science, and they all leave with the yo-yo, a Duncan yo-yo. Fridays we have Zumba and cooking class, so they will cook their own snack that day and talk about the food groups and things like that.
Now, are these things that people can come to individually, like if they want to go on a field trip without enrolling in anything else, or is it part of another program?
Due to all the paperwork and state licensing guidelines, they do have to enroll. They can enroll through oxfordschools.org and then choose Oxford Early Learning Center and then enrollment summer camp, only because we have to have that paperwork to make sure that everybody...
Scrapbooking is one of the specials offered. Susan explains the purpose.
Organization, spatial awareness, and also phonetic awareness. They're looking for their names right now.
Can you make sure you write your name on the back of your paper? It's really important. Yes.
And the purpose it serves is now they have a name tag for their locker.
Did I mention yo-yos? Yo-yo man Paul Kipri paid the school a visit, demonstrating his yo-yos and juggling too. But wait, this wasn't just any yo-yo.
This is a Duncan yo-yo.
Okay.
Matter of fact, this is the Zemo model. So this is the easiest yo-yo for kids to learn with. And the reason why, there's several reasons. If you get a knot or a tangle, this unscrews.
Wow.
So you can fix the string, but this also has a cork brake pad. And this is a device that was patented by a kid from Shelby Township who designed this. And what it does is it adds friction to the yo-yo so that when you just drop it, it'll come right back up. And the kids don't have to struggle so much to make the yo-yo work.
This all connects with the philosophy of International Baccalaureate too.
We look to teach them collaboration. That's part of the IB way. And to be a part of a group, to learn to be a part of a group and function in a group setting. Even if you have 1 or 2 siblings, it's nothing like this, where you really have to work together, learn to trust each other, learn to make decisions, even if you're not sure if the answer is correct or not. All our specials are based on building those skills.
One of the neat things about the program is the dedication and connection with the staff.
We do have a lot of lifers. One of the best parts about our center is that our staff retention is high. Part of that comes from the fact that we get discounts on our own kids and that we're community members. If you looked at the top 50% of staff at OELC, we live here, we work here, we eat here, we sleep here. It's just about being a part of a great community, which is Oxford.
And don't forget the free meal program.
They do offer the feeding program through OES Kitchen. They have breakfast that's served from 8 to 9:15 and lunch that's served from 11:15 to 12:30, free to anyone 18 and under. totally free, no questions asked. It's lunch and breakfast that you would get throughout the school year.
Thanks to Susan, Pat Mueller, and staff for a great program. That's the Oxford School Update for this week. This is Oxford Community Television, keeping it local.
All right, I'm here with Larry Jensen. Good catch out there at second
Thank you.
base. I didn't think you had that.
I had to check twice.
Yeah, look in there, see if you had it, right? Oh man, so what's that make us like? 7
and 8, I think.
7 and 8.
Yep.
We got to get to 500, man. This
Yes,
is a
we
good
do.
team. You guys all hit pretty good too. Oh,
Yeah, well, some of the guys hit well today. I didn't have a stellar game at the bat, but
You made up for it.
We
Yeah.
have a good team of hitters.
All right, were we going to 24th now?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah? All right, I think I'm
It's the
going
best
down there.
part of the game.
That's right. So there you go. Go to 24th Street. You see Larry. He'll buy, right?
John does.
Oh, John buys.
takes care of that.
And Health Quest for supporting these
Yes.
guys. Those are two
Yep.
great businesses.
Dan does a great job to help us out.
Doesn't he? I love his new building too.
Oh, yes, it's
Isn't
a
it
great
awesome?
place.
Yeah, yeah.
Great
So-
facility.
Well, thanks, Larry.
Yep. Hey,
All
fun
right.
to play. Good to see
All
you
right.
again.
Get something done on the plate next time, okay?
I'll shut my eyes. Well, you know that play out there, what they say about blind squirrels. You know, every once in a while, even a blind squirrel can find a nut.
There you go.
That's one of those, you do it or you die.
We gotta get John in here now.
Alrighty, thank
All
you.
right, thanks, Larry.
Yep,
All right, I'm here with the skipper, John.
That's right.
What's your last name, anyways? You're not on the roster. Why aren't you on the roster this year?
I am on the roster. I just didn't play today.
Oh, okay.
My back is hurting me today.
Okay, well, we had Vinny today, man.
Well, I let Vinny play.
He was hot.
I let Vinny play.
Vinny's hot.
Vinny
You got-
needs to play. He's a good ball player.
Yeah, he is. I'll tell
Anyway.
you got production from everybody today.
Well, it's a whole team effort today. It's in this game, it's defense will win if you can score
Yep.
15. I told the guys before the game if they score 15 runs, we will win, and we scored 16.
Why are we just 7 and 8, John? Last year we were
We've
tearing up the
lost
league.
4 games by 2 runs and 1 by 1 run.
Okay, because
Yeah.
this is a good team.
It's a very good team. When everybody shows up,
Did we move up?
Yeah, we moved up to the big division, so we're playing ball with the big boys now.
Oh, with the big boys.
but we can beat
played these guys last year. I remember all these
Yeah,
guys
we
last
beat
year.
them, but we have beat every team above us in our league so far.
Okay.
But we've lost, like I said, 4 games by less than 2 runs. So,
Okay,
so
well, good.
We're hanging in there.
Oh, any more than hanging in there. You're playing good ball.
All right, this is a
Yeah,
good
we
team.
got some hit. I think we need to move a couple guys up, though.
Okay, who would you suggest?
I would suggest. Oh, not these guys. These guys are. I would suggest you move. Oh gosh, Dalton.
I could move Doug, but Doug used to be my leadoff batter. But the problem is he hits only left field and he hits into too many double plays.
Oh, okay.
Okay, next.
See, that's why he's the manager and I'm the talk.
next, give me your next suggestion.
No, that's good.
I know everybody hits.
Okay, everybody going 24th,
Yeah,
right?
we're all going downtown.
Okay.
Hey, thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it very
I know
much.
we've
Thank
been
you, all
talking
of
at McDonald's all the time. I said we'd be out here, and
We'll
we
be
are.
there. Okay, thank
All
you.
right, thanks, John.
It was a hell of a good game.
It was. Oh, we got to edit that now. Thanks,
and
Vinny.
John gave me the pleasure of being able to play today because he's a far better hitter than better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will not swear.
Well, you know,
I promise-
he got
I
a
promise
run.
I will not swear. I'll keep this clean. It was a great game. Everybody contributed.
3 singles today. John, 3 singles today. An RBI, 2 RBIs, and a run. Leadoff hitter.
We had a good time. I enjoyed
I know
the
you
game
did.
very
I know you
much.
do.
I'm just glad to be out here, and I help the guys in any ways I can, and I coach the first base most of the time. Every once in a while I play. I always tell John if it's a tough team, he should play or play the best 13 guys we have.
Now, how young are you?
78.
What?
78.
Wow.
Did you see me go down that line? At
You
70?
did. You
They-
did.
They told me I couldn't believe how fast they took off.
Well, last year you pulled a quad.
I know. I was out for the rest
I
of the
was
playoffs.
I was praying for you when you were
I'm
going down
glad
there.
you were because somebody was helping me down that line. I thought
know.
I got kicked in the ass on the way down. Uh-oh, you got to cut that. You can't say that.
Hey, okay, I'll give you a chance. We got to get going, but why don't you pitch your golf outing?
We had 148 golfers. We reached the $300,000 mark after 15 years. We had 250,000 going in there. 2,500 going in. 250,000, and we made it to 300,000.
And now tell the people what it's for.
Well, it's for the McDonald House, which houses the parents of the kids that are in
That are
Children's
sick.
Hospital.
You're right.
And it's a wonderful facility. everybody takes very good care of the parents, and the parents are able to go right to the hospital and do whatever they have to do to keep the child
Yes.
and the parents and all happy, you know, because the kids need that. They need that
Mom and Dad there, yeah.
thing, and they
Yeah.
have it there, and it makes the kids heal faster.
Great.
And, you know, it's just a wonderful facility, and we just love giving to it.
Well, good. I got you to do the pitch there. I have a friend that benefited from that. Thank you very
We have one
much.
too, and I think that's a great thing. It's a great cause.
Well, here we go. Vinny, Adragnia, like lasagna?
Adragnia.
Like lasagna. There we go. Here we go. So, me, Rod Wright from OCTV, and Mr. Lasagna here. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Cool stuff in there, of course, none other than our own Rod Wright catching up with some of the players at the recent Oxford Parks and Rec softball competition against Clarkston. That was the seniors, and Rod catching some great interviews. We'll be airing them throughout the summer. Again, you'll be catching a lot of those contests, the Parks and Rec softball on OCTV. Talked about this last week, but we think we owe a little bit more to him than what we gave. Connor Bandel, no one can doubt his accomplishments on the track and field. National competition, Connor's career accomplishments include 8-time league champion, 4-time regional champion, 4-time Oakland County champion, and 4-time D1 state champion, and the first male D1 athlete to accomplish all of this. Oxford High School record holder in both the shot put. His record here in Oxford, 68, 10.75 in the shot put. Discus, he was 204.2. Holder of the all-time Michigan shot put in state meet. He had records at 67, 5.75. National shot put at 68, 10 3/4. Placing fourth and winning the national title in the discus. Also, he won shot put discus at the Midwest Meet of Champions, setting the shot put record and becoming the MVP in that contest. Congratulations to Connor Bandel. Wanted to make sure he got his kudos here from OCTV as well. And go on the Oxford Athletics website. You can pick up a form. It's a downloadable form, 3 pages exactly. It'll tell you when your athletes need to be available to try out for their upcoming sport dates. It's all right there. Also gives you some of the things that are mandatory before even considering trying out for any sports. You have to have a decent grade point average, obviously, and also you'll need your physical. Check it out. It's, again, oxfordathletics.org, right at your fingertips. You can download 3 pages and find out what sport and where they'll need to be to try out for that sport. Just one of the many things the oxfordathletics.org offers you while you're on the World Wide Web. While you're on the web, I urge you to stay tuned to our website, the OCCTV.org, and you can catch any one of our programs on demand. You can hit the YouTube tab or the program tab there and catch any one of the programs on your computer, iPad, or phone, wherever you choose to catch it. We air our conventionally on TV on Saturday and Sundays, our sporting programs 1 to 6. Check it out. A lot of our, again, Parks and Rec softball will be there this year. OCCTV.org when you can't do that. Till we do it all over again. Once again, thanks to Rod Wright for the interview. Thanks to Kyle Snage behind the controls. I'm Jamie Hughes. This is Oxford Sports. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Welcome to this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from the publication Automotive News. In our first story, when the 2017 Chevrolet Cruze hatchback reaches U.S. dealerships this fall, it will come with a starting price of $22,190, including an $875 destination charge. And at Toyota, the next-generation Prius plug-in hybrid gets a little greener with the rooftop solar panel it has for recharging the batteries. SunPower only amplifies the eco-cred of one of the greenest vehicles. The cells charge the car even when it's parked and can boost fuel efficiency by as much as 10% by allowing longer electric-only driving times. Unfortunately for U.S. fans of all things green, the technology will only be offered in Japan and European versions of the car, at least initially. But Koji Toyoshima, chief engineer of the Prius plug-in and standard Prius hybrid sibling, says Toyota aims to introduce the panel stateside too. And at Cadillac touts the Surround Vision video recording system on the CT6. Cadillac expects CT6 owners to utilize the system to record driving trips, incidents for security, and in case of the car being tampered. There's one camera in each door-mounted rearview mirror, one in the grille, and one mounted in the trunk lid. When activated, cameras can capture video in 2 modes. The system utilizes the front and rear cameras during vehicle operation. And to activate, there's a recorder button on the CUE home screen, that is, where which is where occupants can view previous recordings. In the second mode, the system uses all 4 cameras in a round-robin fashion when the vehicle security system is armed, Cadillac said. These same cameras also provide a 360-degree display around the CT6 on the CUE system for vehicle maneuvering. When armed, the cameras will record video only when the car has been disturbed. Well, that's all for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and as always, may the wind be at your back as you cruise down life's highways. Stay tuned to Oxford Community Television, and we'll be right back.